Yeah, thank you, Mr. Chairman, and Ranking Member Wyden for holding this hearing on a very important piece of legislation for Montana. This is Senator Tester's Yellowstone Gateway Protection Act. In fact, as I look at the chart the Senator has brought, I'm getting homesick. Chico Hot Springs is where I spent my senior prom, taking the Griswold station wagon right there back in 1979. So it's a very special place in Montana. In fact, the Absaroka Beartooth Wilderness is in the distance. That's where my wife and I and family spend a lot of time backpacking and on top of some of those peaks that I see on the horizon. This legislation is important as it would protect an area in Montana that we call Paradise Valley. It's called Paradise Valley for a reason. This area is home to some renowned outdoor recreation opportunities. World-class fly fishing. If you come by my office, you'll see me holding a nice big brown trout caught on the river, the Yellowstone River that runs right by Chico Hot Springs. Hiking, rafting, hunting. My son killed his first elk just north of that picture. I can just about see the hillside it happened on. This is a very special place. It is home to many businesses that serve those who are visiting Yellowstone National Park and the surrounding area. Simply stated, the economy in this area thrives on our outdoor way of life. I am committed to working with Senator Tester and local stakeholders on this important piece of legislation. My staff and I have had at least 30 meetings, discussions with residents, local stakeholders, groups, as well as with Senator Tester and his team. I thank everyone who's participated in these meetings. It's important to me that any major land decision like this one, that the local community stands firmly behind it. The county commissioners, the local elected officials, local businesses, outdoor businesses like the fly fishing industry support a withdrawal. I can say with confidence that after the meetings I've had, that most all the community does stand with this idea of a withdrawal. The opposition to mining in the Paradise Valley contrasts to support for mines we have in other parts of our state, like the Montanore and Rock Creek in the northwestern part of Montana. That's in Lincoln County. Up in that region, on the other hand, the county commissioners, the local elected officials, the businesses, the school systems support these mines. In fact, we have the Stillwater mine. If you look at that chart, the Stillwater mine actually is adjacent to that same wilderness area just a little further to the east and a little further to the north. It's a major economic driver in Montana, a mine sitting immediately adjacent to a wilderness area. It produces platinum and palladium. In fact, the only palladium producer in the U.S. It has wide local and statewide support and has operated on the edge of this wilderness area for decades, proving that mines can be environmentally friendly and enjoy local support. These are high-paying jobs, and it's important that our state continue to support them. So in Montana, as I've often said, it is a blend of John Denver and Merle Haggard. That's the Montana melody, and I look forward to further exploring this legislation later today. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. Casamassa, thank you for being here today. Thank you for your testimony. As I mentioned in my opening remarks, the views of the local community are very important in any land use decision. Regarding the Yellowstone Gateway Protection Act, in your view, did this administrative withdrawal process begin with local support? And would you agree that the local community stands squarely behind a withdrawal?
Thank you, Senator. I think that, yes, that the local community indicated to a large degree that they were very much supportive of the mineral withdrawal. And in addition to that, it was, I think that has been confirmed through the comments that we've received since it has been noticed in the Federal Register and the scoping has continued to come in from the withdrawal proposal, yes.
What is the status of the environmental review on the administrative withdrawal?
Yeah, at this time, Senator, we have worked through, again, the noticing of the withdrawal. We've solicited public comment. In a comment period, we've had one public meeting, and right now we're distilling down all of the comments that we've received and shaping, to a degree, the environmental effects analysis associated with the withdrawal proposal, as well as potentially looking at some alternatives that could be derived from the public comment that we've received.
So you've not yet completed your analysis?
No, not at this time. We have a 2-year period that we're estimating that we would complete the analysis in.
2 years. So when do you expect a final decision?
Fall of 2018.
Okay. What will the environmental assessment cover?
Good question. It's going to cover the mineral, the extent of the mineral body itself, the economics associated with the mining of that, the implications associated with that being withdrawn, and what would be foregone in the event of the withdrawal, as well as all the resource facets associated with air, water, soil, wildlife, the vegetation, the recreational opportunities, and associated with that particular area.
So the impact on the outdoor economy would also be factored into your calculus?
That's part of what we would look at with respect to the, I'd say, the beneficial impacts to withdrawing that area from mineral entry.
Will it be based on sound science?
Absolutely. And I would add to that both not only the resource science, but the science associated with mineral development.
And when you say that it would analyze the economics of the mineral ore and physical anomalies of the ore body and other factors, hypothetically, could the analysis recommend that the administration not move forward with a withdrawal?
That's always a potential, is that, based on the compilation of impacts associated with this particular proposal, that could inform the decision to not advance the withdrawal.
How about a partial withdrawal?
That's potentially part of what could be uncovered as part of the overall analysis.
As well as a complete withdrawal of all 30,000 acres?
That's correct.
Do you believe that fact and science-based environmental analysis should drive this process?
I think certainly fact and science-based analysis, data analysis and information should significantly inform the decision-making process.
This legislation withdraws mineral rights subject to valid existing rights. If a claimant has valid rights within a withdrawal area, can a mine develop?
Yes.
What challenges does a withdrawal create to developing those valid rights, if any?
In the event that the lands that are part of the withdrawal are actually withdrawn and they are adjacent to valid and existing rights, it limits the potential for the expansion of the development of a mine that goes beyond what is valid and existing at this present time.
So if there's a private inholding where one is pursuing mineral development surrounded by withdrawn federal minerals, how will the development of the mine on private land be impacted?
Well, certainly it would limit the scope and scale of the ore body that could be mined.
Okay, thank you.